Good evening and welcome. This is Strong and Sassy on your superstation Joy 99.7 FM. It's been a couple of weeks since we've been here, but we're thankful for life and thankful that we can do this again today. My name is Anim-Addo, and before we continue with Strong and Sassy, we would like to take a minute to remember the men who gave their lives in the line of national duty exactly a week ago. We remember with fondness and we remember with gratitude Dr. Edward Omane Boama, Dr. Alhaji Murtala Mohammed, Alhaji Muniru Mohammed, Dr. Samuel Sapon, Samuel Abuaje, Squadron Leader Peter Bafemi Anala, Flying Officer Chum Ampedu, and Sergeant Ernest Addo Mensah. May their souls continue to rest in peace. And of course, this is Strong and Sassy, and so our thoughts immediately go out to the partners, the wives, and the families of these men. And if they're listening, I'd like to invite Euphemia and Maria Martin, who's my guest for tonight, to share her thoughts and her condolences to the widows and the families of the men who lost their lives.
Good evening, and it's been a sad, long week for every Ghanaian, and I'd like to extend my deepest sympathy to the wives of these gallant men that lost their lives in the line of duty. May their souls rest in peace.
Okay, so tonight we are continuing with our conversation on content creation, which we started 2 weeks ago. And this evening we wanted to talk about turning family moments into content. Is it harmless fun or is it too much? So that's what we're going to be talking about. There's so many TikTok pages, Instagram, Facebook, with family moments. Sometimes we watch them and they're really cute. Sometimes you watch them and you're like, this is a bit much. But I think there's also a complete set of people who actually have just put their whole families out there. Like, that's the business. It's a family business and we're doing it. So we're going to have that conversation tonight, especially in the context of our cultural setting and security and safety wise. So I've already introduced my guest, but I'll do it again. Euphemia and Maria Martin joins us tonight. She's a public servant and CEO of Styles and Smiles Kids Salon. Hello and welcome.
Thank you, Enimwa. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you too. So what do you think? I mean, the whole family, on show thing.
I feel that people put their families out there in terms of content creation because they are easily relatable. Okay, people relate easily to family content in terms of relationships, their children, family fun. It's easy and people relate easily to it. So you find people actually looking out more for such contents on TikTok, Facebook, Snapchats, and the lots. And I mean, some people also find inspiration from some of these families putting their lives out there. They like to copy the positive ones or the fun ones, so also try it out with their families.
Would you ever do something?
I have a few families I follow, so sometimes if certain family hacks that I feel will help me and my family, I do try them at home.
But that wasn't the question. Wow. It's something that amazes me about. I think it's almost, honestly, literally every Strong and Sassy guest. Sometimes I ask a question and it's like, you just answer. You set your own question and answer.
Okay.
Would you ever put your family out there? The answer was, there are families I follow. So.
But I have, and a few times I've put my families out there. My daughter, yes. I mean, a video I did with my daughter a few years or months ago was my breakthrough on TikTok. That was my first viral video, like over hundreds of likes and I said hundreds of 100,000 likes plus.
Okay.
Yes, and comments. I could give you a reply or the comments. So sometimes you're tempted to use your kids more because they draw more viewers to your content. But I'm careful the kind of content I create with my family.
So what kind of video was that?
It was a very funny video. I was asking, I like to hear that I've put us in a competition that would send us to Disneyland.
Okay.
So she would have to act like she cannot talk. She has to bark like a dog. So everything I say or ask her, she needs to give the response in barking.
Okay.
And she did that throughout. And it was such a funny video. And the latter part, she failed. She whispered in my ears what she was trying to say through the back. And that's what broke the internet for me.
Wow, I see. That's very interesting.
Yes, but another video too I made with her, it was like an educational video. As to, when you're growing up, your parents do not teach you the right words for your body parts. If this is radio, so I don't want to mention certain names, but our private parts, we give a pet
Nicknames
name
and
exactly to it. So that's what she's known all the years. So a friend of mine told me a story about another friend of hers child being sexually abused because she didn't know the name of a private part.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, let me just do a test video with my daughter. But funny enough, the camera was on me. Her face didn't appear in the video.
Okay.
So I was asking her certain questions, the name of this, the name of that. And it also broke the internet. Thankfully, I didn't video her.
Okay.
Because something that might sound funny today might not be funny tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it would have a long impact on your child in the near future. So of late, I have tons of videos of me and my daughter, but I'm careful what I put out there. If we are mimicking a song, we are dancing a challenge out there, fine. But certain specific experiences or occurrences within our family, I'm careful what to put out there in terms of privacy, protection of the child herself, because she cannot consent that mommy put it out there or do not put it out. I decide what to put out there. So I'm careful what I put out there when she's concerned.
Okay. So what are the things for you that you look out for, or take me through your thought process, when you do a video, what are you thinking in judging whether you want to post this or whether you don't want to post? Because like you said, there are lots of videos out there. I mean, you talk about privacy and security and things, but just take us through that thought process for someone who's listening, the kind of questions to ask yourself. Because there are some videos that you can do with your kids that are, honestly, they are fun. You can see that they're fun, but you need to ask yourself certain questions to be able to decide that, should I post this or should I not post this? So for you, what are some of the questions that, you ask yourself?
Okay, so I look at the type of content in terms of language, in terms of nudity, in terms of even the background where we are videoing the content, and whether it would be okay for her in the next 5 years for that video to be out there. What impact is she...
is it going to have on her?
Is it going to have on her in the near future? Not me and the likes I'll probably be getting out of that particular video, but I'm thinking about her. Just recently, okay, it's too personal, but I had a shot, a family planning shot. So I'd even forgotten that plaster was on my arm.
Okay.
So she asked, Mommy, and funny enough, I was already having the phone recording, like I was videoing. So it came in.
Okay.
So she asked, Mommy, are you sick? And I said, no, why? So you have a plaster on your arm. I was like, oh, it was an injection I went to get. What kind of injection? If you're saying you're not sick. And I said, oh, it's called a family planning injection. And she was like, oh, then why didn't the whole family go for the injection? I thought it was really funny.
Oh my God. That's
but
a good one.
her
Why
face...
didn't the whole family go for the family planning?
Kids say the damnedest things.
No, because it's true. As if it's family planning and it concerns the whole family.
Something of this is so harmless. But the viewer watching your video might also have another thoughts of the video. This body parts video that I'm talking about, I put it out there, but her face didn't appear. It was my face. But I had very foul comments under that video.
Wow.
Bloggers took it. It was only on TikTok. Bloggers took it, was all over Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, and the rest. And I had people sending the video. Hey, you this girl, you've gone viral. You've gone this. You've gone that. And I'm like, I did. It was just a harmless thing I did. So I'm just glad in that particular video, her face didn't appear. So you can imagine, you know that people take people's voices and mimic, and it will be all over the place. So I'm just glad that particular video, her face didn't come, because of the kind of education I was trying to give her, to even give other parents to teach their kids to let them know the right names for our body parts. Yeah. So before I make a content, I'm careful the language, the kind of outfit she's wearing, and the kind of content we are doing. I'm very careful when it comes.
I mean, so I think generally, can we say that you're not opposed to, because there are some people who have like a strict policy about not posting their children or their families at all, but you are not, like, you don't have a strict policy.
I don't. I just see what I post.
Okay.
It's not everything that is social media worthy. That's my policy. I've only posted my husband like once or twice. I think the very first time, it was on our 10th anniversary. It's just to inspire people, not to flaunt what we've done. Because it's not an easy journey to be married and even cross the 10th year. So I just posted it that, it's my 10th anniversary, blah, blah, blah. And how does your wedding vow mean to you? Because it was a renewal of vows. So it's just to let you know that all is not lost. You can cross that mile that I've crossed. So it depends on the type of, I normally do real life content.
Does that mean that, so when you got married, you didn't post it?
No, I got married 12 years ago. At that time
there wasn't. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Would you have?
Looking at the kind of person I am, probably a few pictures, yes.
Okay.
I would have.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I was in sneakers on my wedding day. So yes, I would have posted it.
I mean,
because it was something different that a lot of people don't wear sneakers on their wedding days. So
I get that.
I do unique things that will be catchy for the audience.
Okay. So that means you're also intentional.
Yes, I am.
Okay. So how did that start? Because I don't even know you to be like an intentional content, creator. So obviously that something has changed in possibly from the last time I saw you.
Probably, yes.
Yeah. So, okay. Why are you interested in content creation now? And when you talk about the intentionality or the, kind of content that you're producing, what's the end goal? Especially with your family or with your children.
Okay, I thought with just myself. But as I stated earlier, I do real life experiences. Yes, I don't follow the masses or pick someone's video and talk about it. I talk about what I've been through before. My recent video was about life after 40. And a lot of women related to it because a lot of them are going through what I'm going through. So it's relatable.
That's a good one.
Yeah. It's relatable. So with my kid, I after our 10th anniversary, I haven't posted my husband again.
So I'm sorry, let's go off a little bit. The life after 40 video, no. Please tell us some of the things that you said.
So the things I said, okay, I spoke about easily being tired for nothing. Waking up and just being tired. I used to have hot flashes around my head and my neck.
Okay.
That one, it started exactly after at 40. Then subsequently, back aches, joint aches. You can wake up and you can literally hear your bones crack. You go like, what's happening?
You don't know.
Later, I feel this heat sensation around my ankle area.
Okay.
I say like it's climbing, going down some way. It's like I've not done anything to even experience such, but it's going on. Then I started reading and I realized that it's called perimenopause. Yes, it's a kind of menopause you experience before you reach 50. Yes, so apparently even people have started experiencing it from 35.
Wow.
So some experience it earlier than the 40. Yes. So by the time they hit 40, they've through their skin.
I mean, that would definitely be interesting.
Yeah, it was. You should see the number of comments under it. Almost everybody's going through it.
Yeah.
So it's relatable. That's how come I do such videos, because they are real life experiences that people go through. Yes, but the masses, you find them fighting. It's not easy over there on TikTok.
It's no, it's as for TikTok, yeah, and it's true. But the funny thing is that my sister always fights with me because, so my TikTok is strange because I barely follow any Ghanaians or Africans on TikTok. So a lot of times there's some big fight or something going on, and she's talking about it, and I have no clue because I'm just following like gospel singers and like, I mean, my TikTok is so, and depending on what you follow is the kind of content that you get. Up. So I do follow this woman who has, I think her page is Life with My 5 boys or so. She has 4 sons. Wow. I think she just had a 5th. Ooh. And her husband. So then the content is them moving into their dream home, the birth of the baby, the baby coming in, disciplining the kids, keeping them, and you find that it's actually very wholesome, very. And very, very nice. You rarely see that kind of thing with African TikTok.
I get you.
Or Ghanaian. I'm not sure, Ghanaian TikTok.
Hardly.
Like you said, when it comes to African or Ghanaian, there's one controversy or gossip or, something going on. So it's interesting that you are talking about the real life, and maybe more people should venture into painting. It's also a representation of our culture and a representation of us. So, painting a wholesome picture of Ghanaian families. And you see, but the other thing too is, so, for example, right, this woman with 5 boys and stuff, they live in this beautiful house, beautiful curtains, da, 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 da. When you read the comments, there's nobody coming for them. But I can imagine... like you're Ghanaian, you live in a nice house, you're posting your shit. I can't imagine the kind of things that you
funny
say.
Comments left, right, center.
Which brings me to the question about the responses to our content. How much does the response to our content, or what we expect as responses, especially from a cultural perspective and the way that we are as Ghanaians, how much does that affect our ability to put out wholesome family content, which of course includes our children or whatever, and how do we begin to change that? Because people say really dumb things. When you post. And there's also a lot of envy, and there's a lot of jealousy, and who do you think you are, and so first of all, how, for you personally, how does that influence, and does it influence what you post? And then how do we change?
I changed it. Initially, I wasn't concentrating on comments because, as I stated earlier, the very first viral video I made was with me and my daughter. I never got a single negative comment under that video.
Wow.
That's the very
nice.
First time I was getting like terrible comments was the video I spoke about that I made with her, teaching her body parts and stuff. Very foul comments, and it broke me.
What kind of comment? I mean, without saying...
Even people are calling me ASHAWO.
Why?
What did that word even have to do with anything in that video? But I had the men. Some were even saying that she should grow up early so that they catch her. Wow. So people were tagging the Ghana police under my video that they should see such men in our community.
Why are we sometimes, I don't know whether it's Africans, or we're so sexualized that as soon as you mention a biological, body part, it is suddenly, I mean, you have to teach your daughters the names. Like, you need to.
People were giving me thumbs up, but the guys, negative comments, negative. I even made another video on it that, how dare you? Like, what's so negative about that video? Those are the real names of the body parts. Which other name must I teach my children or my child about her body parts? Yeah. Another video was about my house help, almost raiding my home, taking almost everything from top to bottom. That video too, I had, so we should do what?
But don't watch it.
Yes, exactly. Just scroll up. But I equally had other people sharing their experiences with these house helps, and even worse experiences than mine. So I don't know. With negative comments, I've learned to ignore them. So most of the time, when I see a negative comment, I just delete it and I block you. You will not be able to even see any of my videos anymore. Previously, I would just ignore for you to just be you, but I don't entertain those comments anymore under my videos.
Wow.
Yes, because they can break you. Some of the comments can break you. Under the house help thing, somebody came to type, you should check your husband. Maybe he was sleeping with her. Like, how?
Why?
The nerve. Just because I've decided to put my family out there. So you think you've got the nerve and the guts and the effrontery to write such?
So what did you just block that person?
I deleted the comment. I said, really, what a dumb comment to make. And I had a lot of thumbs up on that comment I made. Like, you didn't have anything to say about the video than that particular comment you made, really? I was thinking, my husband had got nothing to do with the video.
People don't have sense.
A lot.
And social media highlights that so beautifully because of the anonymity.
Yeah.
Because there are some things that people will respond to and say on social media. There's no way that you can ever say that to somebody's face.
Exactly.
But you just come there under that, you just come and type.
Yeah.
And it's like a showcase of senselessness. But then again, it's also then affects the kind of content you're able to put out.
Yeah.
Because you're thinking, when I put this, and it's not because you necessarily care about what they will say, but the fact is that this is comments that are coming back. These are comments that your kids are going to see.
Yeah.
If, like I said, if you put out nice things, your home, your whatever it is, it's like, who do you think you are? Why do you think? And what is this? And you're probably a prostitute. How do you get this money? If you're a single mother and you're putting out content with your children, they'll come and attack you. That's saying you're a single mother and you are this and this. It's almost like this culture of constant criticism. And I don't know if, and I don't know what you think, if it's the targeting is as equal for the men as it is for when women post content.
It's the same.
You think so?
Yeah, I've seen a few very foul comments under male posts. Yes, they'll always write, especially when they are married or newlyweds, they go like as if you won't cheat. That's like a constant comment they put under the post of men. It's about cheating. The fact that your partner cheats doesn't mean everybody's partner cheats.
Wow.
I've seen a lot of negative comments.
Actually, I've seen that too. I've seen men and women come and post maybe a wedding anniversary or something nice that their partner did, and then somebody come and write, after all this,
you cheat.
Wow.
Yeah, it's sad, but
I mean, it makes you wonder, is it like a defense mechanism, or is it like just dumbness? Like, just
some people just decide to be mean and to make you feel miserable. That's how I see it. Because they don't have it, you shouldn't get it too.
Yeah, which is just absolutely crazy.
Yeah. There are people like that.
I mean, so how do we change that? Do we
You
say
can't.
no? So do you say, okay, I've seen some TikTok pages, for example, people just turn off their comments. But then the thing with that is that sometimes you really want to be interactive because of the people who are going to benefit from what you're posting.
Yeah.
So turning off your comments is kind of like,
Never done that before.
you've never turned off your
No.
comments.
See
You
what
just
you have to say.
you just kind of go through.
Yeah.
Do you block people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when you're mean and dumb, I block you. You can't be mean and dumb under my post.
Hopefully you tell them that you're mean and dumb.
I don't even engage them.
You just block.
Yeah. I have a lot of guys sliding into my DMs, the usual silly stuff. I just ignore.
Wow.
Because TikTok's message is in such a way that you'd have to accept to view.
To view before you can.
Usually you can literally view the entire message before you decide whether you're accepting, to let the person know that you have accepted or you've read the message.
You cannot,
exactly. So a lot of them, I just leave them hanging.
So, I mean, just again, going off the road a little bit in terms of TikTok, because 2 weeks ago when we were talking about the whole content creation and all that, we're talking about the fact that, okay, so TikTok has actually started to pay in Ghana.
I didn't know about that.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I just do it for fun. I don't do it for... Yeah, because I learned you only get paid when you go on live. I've never gone on live before.
I think you get paid when you go live. I think also the likes, the followers,
Really?
I think,
I
yeah.
have quite a following, but I don't...
I mean, then you should explore it.
Okay.
And give me a percentage for bringing it to your notice. Because knowledge is costly. And I have... Yes.
Just for this information.
As well, imagine if it's the... Imagine if I gave you this information. You went home. You went and did all the filling of the forms, whatever, and they sent you a check
Damn.
for like $25,000. They are telling me that it's just for this information.
Oh, for like 1,000K there, Obenyebi. I didn't say.
Wow. $1,000 out of
For 25,000.
Hey, Nipa ye bad.
Oh, Nipa ye
This is when
canalisis.
this is this is when a typical Ghanaian will say, "I need boy to board the two of us, man." Because
Oh, but I'm going research. Why can't I do
no, you should, and then maybe you should also consider going live.
What am I going to say on live?
I mean, the same thing. For example, I can imagine if you had a forum for women over 40 or women who are just about to turn 40. So this, 40 thing, imagine if, you scheduled it, you let people know, oh, we're going to talk about.
Okay.
Because sometimes you want to get into certain conversations, but you don't want to leave your house. So if it is online and you can be lying in your bed, and be, and I think that there are definitely conversations worth having. And I think that, especially because of what you've said, the kind of content that we are producing as Ghanaians. I get that. We have very fun content because there's the dancing, very, very fun.
And the skits.
And the skits and stuff. But then there's also a lot of, of course, the gossip, the news, those ones, but like you said, real life, and life experiences and all of that. And also the fact that, it's also obviously a global village, so you can have a forum and have, so many people. But it will be nice, from an African point of view. I'm always excited when I see an intelligent Ghanaian woman, putting out contents that showcases, that Ghanaian women, not all Ghanaian women are just looking for a rich man, to marry and be like the stepping stone to their success. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you should definitely consider it.
I will.
And then that one too, then you bring the...
Then I'm owing you, pal.
You are. So anyway, let's talking about children still. A few years ago, a friend of mine expressed concern because she had seen somebody, another parent, post their kids on social media. This is not even so much for content creation, but just posting school uniforms in front of schools, near landmarks that indicate where you live, real time videos showing where you are.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, so what's your take on those kinds of
That's
things?
dangerous. That's super dangerous. I don't do that. By the time I post something, it's happened like 3 or 4 days ago or like a week ago. I don't post real time stuff. When I'm posting real time stuff, then probably on even WhatsApp, no. It will be like an hour after before I post. I don't do real life posting. It causes... You know that in recent times, the kidnapping has started again in Ghana.
Yes.
Yeah, so some of these things, you're just exposing your children or your family to these predators, to whatever they are specialized in. So, I mean, when it comes to such videos, I don't do real time posting, especially with their school uniforms. You said something about
like
locations,
like you're
live
standing close
locations.
to your house and there's something that is very, you can see that this is this road, or this is...
Even for me, I think I'm a little out there when it comes to my home because my kids salon is within my house.
Okay.
So that one, I don't go posting it, but I mean, if I'm looking for someone to work in my salon,
You'll give
put it
the
out there
location and all of
exactly.
that,
but
yeah.
in real time, as to where I am, let's say my
but
office.
even with that, it also, the fact that your work is in your home also means that you have an extra layer of security because your house is open to strangers anyway.
Yes,
so I'm sure you're already
exactly.
security conscious,
Yes,
certain levels
yes.
that the average person may not
Exactly.
be. Okay.
Yes. So for now, after the house help saga, I've invested in what do you call it? Cameras
Okay.
around the house. So at least that's one step to security wise that I've been able to protect my home with. But I don't do schools. I don't think anybody knows where my kids school.
Go to school, yeah.
No.
On social media.
No.
I mean, so like you said, recently the kidnappings have
It's
come
on the
back.
rise.
There's also been a lot of prophecies about kidnapping.
Oh really?
Yeah. Kind of, going up
Okay.
this year. And
Wow.
yeah, I mean, I don't even want to go into the prophecies conversation. So let me just focus. Let me focus.
Focus, please.
But in terms of things like that, I think that when it comes to our children, we have to be very, very, very
Extremely
mindful,
cautious, yeah.
of the kind of content that we're posting, especially about their whereabouts, especially about school, after school activities. Kids are going here, kids are going there, especially when they're unsupervised, and all of that. I
Yeah.
think sometimes you just have to take extra precaution, because
Yes.
maybe it's your child's birthday and you're posting a picture of them in their school uniform. You're not thinking, or the fact that somebody's going to zoom in and see the crest of the school and figure out, okay,
The
this is
hell
the school
does
that they
that?
go
For
to.
what?
Or people do that. I mean,
Hey.
if people are targeting targeting you. So I would say that if you're posting your kids and stuff, then just be mindful of the things that are around, books that have information. For example, if your child goes to Christ the King, there shouldn't be like books, exercise books that have Christ the
Yeah.
King, school on it, or their crests, or that kind of thing,
Even
so
the
that you're
buildings.
not giving away information. I think we have to play the devil's advocate sometimes
Yeah.
when we're editing our videos, so you're not giving too much information away about your kids' whereabouts, what they're doing, who they sometimes even who their friends are, because maybe I will be careful, maybe you won't be careful, but somebody will be able to piece that my
Put
my
two and
daughter's
two
my daughter
together.
is your daughter's friend, and so let's be a little bit extra when it comes to
That's
you that level of protection, just to keep them
privacy.
to keep them safe and keep them private. One of the things that you said that I really could relate to was when you talked about, we may put your children out there today and how they're going to feel about it in 5
Later.
years. So also, again, when we're putting our children out there, also be mindful of how they would feel about it, especially if it's not like just pictures and stuff, and it's
Exactly.
actually. And then also, I mean, generally, there are some moments that don't
You'd want
need to be
exactly. It's not everything that has to be on social media.
exactly. I saw a video today. It was a man and his wife. They're a family that I follow. They have like 8 kids. They're American family, and the caption was, "Marriage comes with difficult times and good times, but God is God through it all," which is a really nice caption, right? The video was of the man sitting on the kitchen floor, and he was holding his wife, and they were crying and worshiping.
Wow.
So I was asking myself, that at which point in their worshiping did they go and put on their I just
Let's
wanted
worship
to
and
know,
cry.
I mean, like personally, I just wanted to know that at which point did they put on the camera, set it up, position it, and then sit on the floor and then start the worshiping and the crying, and I'm just asking, right? I get that content like that is interesting, it's inspiring, it's nice to
is.
see, but how do you set it up?
But these things should be caught off guard. You don't plan. You can plan to worship. Maybe they're crying or the tears came during the worship.
So
You
they
never
just
know. They didn't
planned
plan.
to sit on the kitchen floor and film it.
It makes it more intense.
But you get that sometimes, and it makes you question the authenticity
Exactly.
of what you're watching.
Yeah. Because everything has turned into, content creation. So
The one I
where's
don't
the-
get is the heartbreak one. Like somebody's crying into the social media, like my
You
heart
can-
is
you
broken.
can
they're
take
cry-
your phone.
Like, but you clearly you're not that heartbroken if you can film yourself crying.
It's for the clicks.
Wow,
It's for the clicks.
it's
Most of these people, it's for the clicks because they get paid.
to
I
cry,
don't get paid
to
So,
crying.
for the likes they get. These things go. They plan what to do to make the video catchy, to make it go viral. That's the whole plan. Because you realize that Obia is serious content. It makes so much sense, but 5 likes and no comments.
No, do you know something? It's like content creation is crazy. And 2 weeks ago, I was talking to the girls that came on about it. So a few weeks ago, I made a video on Facebook, right? It was like a 2-minute video where I said in the video that I'm not saying anything. So this is a video where I'm not saying anything sensible. Like,
Wins viral.
and like it had the highest
Wow.
amount of likes I've ever had on any, okay, apart from my jumping over the wall video. That one was like almost 1 million. I mean, but but this was like a 2-minute video saying I'm not going to say anything. I know you're hoping at some point I'm going to say something sensible. I'm really not. I still don't understand why you're here, but you're here.
Yes.
And it went, here is me trying to make a sensible video. Like, I swear, you get like 10 likes.
I know. Yeah.
And it's very interesting because then you ask that, like, must content creation be empty? must it be because sometimes you feel like
wonder.
there's some things that
should go viral.
They
don't go viral.
But they don't go viral. Or they don't go viral for the right reasons. You post something that's really sensible. A blogger or somebody picks it up, twists it, makes it look stupid or dumb, and then that goes viral.
Yeah.
And then the content is lost. So I'm sharing these problems with you so that you tell us how we can fix.
I experienced
we are doing family content creation. So the family is not just the children, it's the mothers and fathers too. And then when you finish, let's talk about love. I mean, content creation when it comes to showing love, putting love out there.
It pisses some people off when you do that.
And they'll say that saying like you're showing your love to the demons and things. Keep it private
and what people don't know they don't destroy. That's the notion out there. So you tend to keep. Hey, I used to be a lover girl. Hey, constantly talking about love, my boyfriend, my husband, and all of that. But I stopped doing that after the 10th anniversary video. Because even that, I mean, people could relate and were like, hey, 10 years is not beans, 10 years is not this, 10 years is not that. But for love, dear, I just told myself to keep my husband private for a while.
Yeah.
Because there's no point. I mean, I've crossed that mile. What else am I going to flaunt or showcase?
But, there's a page on Instagram, I think it's called Black Love or something like that. And every so often they'll post couples, so like maybe Denzel Washington and his wife, Viola Davis and her husband, like stories of love that has been successful. And sometimes I feel like we don't have enough of beautiful black love stories.
Oh, there are. They're just not posting.
That's what I mean. That's actually, put out there. We hear about the cheating and the this and the this.
The good ones
but we
are
don't
never
hear
spoken
enough about. And so you find that we're raising a generation that are almost a bit skeptical of love and what that looks like. I mean, like an average African, family. As soon as you see somebody you see a man has posted and he's being affectionate with his family, they'll insult him. Apart from that, if he won't cheat, then they'll insult him. Like, hey, maybe she's done you juju, or this is your husband, your wife is not beautiful. Or, like, why are we like that? Why? Those of you who do that.
I mean, I'm not part of, so I can't answer.
No, I'm coming to open the phone lines for them. Those of you who do that, we are opening the phone lines for you.
Come and tell us.
Come and explain to us why you go under posts that are wholesome, or people posting their families or their children, and you come and make negative comments. I mean, you shared with us the comment where somebody called you a prostitute.
Yeah.
And then I think there was another comment as well that you were about to share. Or that was just the one that you deleted.
Yeah, it was the.
Yeah, you did. You did. You did.
Because it didn't make sense under the video that comment came under. So I was like, what's the point?
Why would you?
Exactly. It's an educational video. Why are you calling me names?
So if you have any insights on it, I would love for you to call in and tell us what you think the problem is with posting, love and family and all of that, especially when it's done mindfully, because it's sometimes it's really nice to see. I love to see soft Ghanaian men. Soft African men who love their families. It's not celebrated enough. Who love their families, who love their wives, who are changing diapers, who are hanging out with their kids. We don't see enough of that, and it's time that we stop making it look like it's a weak man's thing.
Men I know a few friends that are doing these things, but they will be seen as weaklings if posted out there. So they'd rather just do it within the confines of their homes.
And not share it.
No.
Okay, anyway, the phone lines are open. 0302-216-541. 0302-216-541. Our WhatsApp lines are also open. 055-1111-997. 055-1111-997. So Nana is on the phone. I'm going to talk to him for a second. Hi, Nana.
Hi. Yeah. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. How are you?
I'm okay. You?
I'm good too, thank you. Okay, so what's on your mind?
Okay, so I think naturally a lot of us are attracted to the nonsense thing and the bad news thing. Okay, I think so. And I feel like if you want to do the right thing, people expect you to do the right thing anyway. So when you do them and you put them out there, they don't see why they should applaud you for doing the right thing because you are supposed to do it anyway. That's how I see it. And when it's nonsense, that's for that one there. It's a different matter. Everybody will feed on it. And I've also realized that because the nonsense gets the traction, see, some people will come and comment nonsense under your post. Not necessarily because they hate what you are doing, but because it's the nonsense that gets the traction. So they'll come and comment the nonsense, hope that, what they said will get the like and the other stuff. So this thing, I don't really know how we are going to keep it. Just like you said, they say that you say you are not going to say anything sensible. That is when you trend.
Yeah.
But you say the sensible stuff, it's like, so what? You're supposed to say the sensible stuff anyway. But when you say the nonsense stuff, you say, I don't want to make sense. That is when you get the trust. So how are you going to deal with it? I think social media is presented to all of us to exploit it, okay, to our benefit. So how you choose to use it, it's on to you. You can use it in a good way to benefit you, or in a bad way to ridicule others, which will get you traction. That's why you want to manipulate it. It's on to you. Me, at first, I didn't like to respond to people when they do like, but right now, if you come in full, I'll respond to you and let you know that it will also they can't the same say. And then me and me because when you try to let them know that this thing that you are saying, there's no sense in it, that they will insult you. But me, I'll let you know. Look at the nonsense you are writing. So I thank God that what I'm writing that you say it doesn't make sense. He has given me that sense that I should write this nonsense, which is the right thing. And they won't respond again. I feel like when you leave them, and they'll keep on going. Sometimes they say if you engage them, then you are giving them attention. No, sometimes, you see, maybe it will give them attention, but somebody else is also watching, okay, and you are helping that person show something, okay. So I don't know. Maybe as time goes on.
No, I get it. Thank you so much for calling. Thank you so much for that, Nana. The comments that kills me, apart from the ones that people come and say dumb things, the people who come and criticize your English and their criticism of your English is full of spelling mistakes and like. Anyway, let's move on. And then also there's also the body shaming in the outfit. Like I'm talking about something and you are talking about I'm fat. The fatness, no, like, is it in my brain? Have you ever seen a brain that is fat before? So, like, if you are fat, so you can't have sense. I don't know why some people are like that. Like, completely off course. We are talking about something serious. Like, I'm not here talking about princess privilege or I'm saying I'm going for Miss World. I'm talking about something serious. And you come and say, are you out to people used to, there have been a few times that in the past that I've posted stuff about something and then somebody you come and, like, say, like, you are fat. Like, and you are dumb. I can lose weight, but what do we do about your dumbness? Like, challenge those of you who do that, you have to give your lives to Jesus. Maybe he won't accept his crime because it's not nice, but just in case he does. Munjaisa is not anyway. So there was a message for you. We like to worry you when you come on the show about what your husband thinks about things, right?
You guys.
Yeah. Anyway, this is not me. Somebody's asking. So let's generalize it. When you're doing content that has to do with your children and stuff, what kind of role does your spouse play in terms of consent, in terms of opinion, and this is not personal for you, just, generally. Like, for example, you're posting your child and your husband is like, I don't want my child to be out, do you say, okay, babe, let's talk about it? Or you're like, listen, I carried them for 9 months and I pushed them out and you didn't do something, so I can do, because it can be a serious bone of contention if there's disagreement.
It's come up a few times because he didn't even used to be on TikTok.
Okay.
I think he recently joined and started following me. So he's not active on TikTok. So I think a few of the videos I made with my child, some of my followers who are common friends,
Sent
between,
to him.
told him, Missy.
This is not personal. You people, you like that. If I've posted something and my husband hasn't seen it, did God call you
I
to
get
be
that all the
the
time.
in-betweener of, look at what your wife has posted.
I get it all the
Look
time.
At what,
But
look at what your
most
wife
of them
has
are
posted.
positive comments anyway. They go like, "Hey, I saw your wife and child on TikTok. Hey, your child has grown." That
And
kind
so
of
what?
that kind of
It's
comments.
gossip.
And he will come home and go like, then I to TikTok no. And when I go, and he go like, Charlie, for minimize, the rate at which you put the kids out there. And I go like, you might say, I don't argue it out because, in terms of privacy, family privacy and all of that, I understand. So of late, I don't remember the last time I put a video or a picture of myself and my child on TikTok.
Okay.
I do that on WhatsApp because WhatsApp I decide
It's
who
limited,
to watch
obviously,
exactly
and
with the
you can block
contact
people, who
exactly. I've blocked over 300 people who don't watch my status.
Okay.
So that one I control it, but when there's complaints about TikTok, I understand because TikTok you don't
It's
know
open
where it
to
will land.
anyone, yeah, you don't
Exactly.
know.
So it's been a while I posted my children or my husband out there. It's always been me.
Yeah.
I can talk about a story with them, but they are not in the
In
content
it.
exactly.
Yeah. So side notes, again, those of you that you come and see somebody's content, the one that kills me crying, then you send it to the person's ex-husband or ex-wife. Like when you do that, like what where are you going with this? And then also after a certain age, you can't be reporting people to their parents. Like this is what your child has posted. Like people, I feel like people do it to me because there's some things that sometimes. I posted a video a few weeks ago. I was just being funny. It was about bathing, and I was like, I don't want to bath. Like I really don't want to bath. And we all know that like we are all adults. Sometimes you don't want to bath. Like 2 days later, also my mom texted me and she was like, "Oh, so have you finally bathed?" I was like, "Who sends this video to this? Like, why? Who is that? Those of you who do that, stop it. Like after a certain age, you don't send people's like videos to their parents. Do you know what I mean? Because it's not.
I get it.
Like sometimes there's unnecessary. You find something else to do with your life. Basically, it's unnecessary, and sometimes it causes a lot of contention.
Yeah. But knowing the kind of husband, the man I'm married to, he would just say it once and go like, okay, Mate, I don't argue because it wasn't anything evil I was doing. It was just content creation, or we're having fun, either dancing or singing. It wasn't anything explosive of our family, but I listened and it's just been me.
So Kofi Sydney says hi Anima and Effie. He knows you as Effie.
Yeah, he's my friend.
Content that I'll read your message, Kofi, because you there are two people here. You said one person is glowing, so me I'm dim or what? Like bro, we don't anyway. Content that doesn't trend or go viral enough is either not silly enough or too pro. And again, negative news or info cells were sensational when it comes to negative news. And he says, Effie, you are glowing. It was a typo. He said Effie and Anima, but Anima didn't typo. Kofi Sydney, thank you, Kofi, for listening. But it's true, definitely negative news.
Yeah,
there was another question for you. Let me see if I can find it. So this person is asking that sometimes are you worried about trouble when you're posting? Are you worried about trouble, getting physically attacked, drama within the family and outside, maybe with your parents and all of that? Do you have is there a certain hesitation sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes I do that. When I make a video, I hesitate before I post. I will send it to probably 2 or 3 friends of mine and ask them if it makes sense before I post. Because sometimes you're contemplating whether people would understand it the way you understand your video before they misinterpret it. Yeah, because I made a video not too long ago on not attributing material things to what a good man can offer. And I wasn't sure whether to post or what my husband find it offensive because I was talking about book.
I swear that's one of the things I enjoy about not being married. It's not worried worrying about my husband's opinion. Because I
was talking about marriage.
No, I know I shouldn't say stuff, but I remember what that feels like. It's not even in a bad way. But it's just knowing that everything that you post as a married woman, they will
You
say
need to
it's your husband.
exactly.
So if you
Needs
are
to be
here
watched.
saying, oh, men offer more than money, then the conclusion is that your husband is not giving you money. Like all the sense that you said, no, just conclude. Like
Oh,
then
yes.
now they start judging your husband. That you're like, why?
Yeah, I was talking about men giving out bouquet of flowers to their wives, and I'm like, what am I going to use bouquet of flowers for? Bouquet of flowers. In the next few hours, you put it in a vase with water, and the next day, what's watching it. So that there's no point. And my husband's not the type that will give you bouquet of flowers.
I like flowers.
Yes, but I love it too. But there's no point if he doesn't give you. You should go mad, or you should be mad at
shouldn't
him.
go mad.
Exactly. Some people use other people's relationships to measure their relationship, that because A has done it for B, you should do it for me. I don't do that. The fact that my husband is not giving me a bouquet of flowers doesn't mean that he doesn't love me.
Yeah.
The last time he did, even that he was coerced, that was my master's graduation.
It's the coercion for me.
He was making fun of it, that we are coming to me that talk. Me body, I'm my body and piece and me.
No,
You
flowers are
understand? That's
expensive
funny.
now. You're looking at like 600, 700, 800.
If I can't grow it in my home, I don't want it.
Okay, me, I want it. So if you like me, you can send me flowers. I'm just saying. Anyway, the show no yapon. So thank you so much for staying tuned in. Your friend is now coming to try and redeem himself by telling me that I'm shining like the full moon. I don't even have a comment for you. Thank you so much for staying tuned in. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
It's always a pleasure. And thank you to all of you. I want to say thank you to a very special person who is listening. I'm not going to mention his name because I don't think he'll like that. But thank you so much for everything that you do to make my life so much fun, and for organizing the whole birthday.
Happy belated
birthday. Thank you, and making it really special and amazing. I really appreciate you. You've been a really great friend. So, okay, handing over to the 8 o'clock squad. We are out. We'll be back next week, Wednesday, God willing. This is Strong and Sassy. My name's Anim-Addo. Stay safe out there.